Hello, we are from Group 4 and today we are going to do speaking test about how does climate change affect the weather around the world. So we shall start this discussion with CLAVE.
Thank you. As for the question, how does climate change affect the weather around the world? In my opinion, the climate change affect by more extreme weather events. One of the most prominent consequences of climate change is the rise in the frequency and severity of extreme weather events. This phenomenon occurs because increasing global temperatures leads to greater energy and moisture in the atmosphere, which intensifies weather system. Warmer oceans and higher evaporation rates contribute to the formation of stronger storms, while prolonged heat retention in the atmosphere results in extended heat waves and droughts. For instance, the Philippines has experienced a noticeable increase in the intensity of typhoons in recent decades, with storms like Typhoon Haiyan causing catastrophic damage and loss of life. Similarly, parts of Europe and North America have endured record-breaking heat waves, placing immense pressure on public health, system, and infrastructure. These events not only threaten lives and property, but also have prolonged long-term socio-economic impacts such as displacement of communities, crop failures, and strained emergency response capacities. What about you, Ayu? What do you think?
Okay, for me, in my opinion, I think shift in rainfall, it's the climate change that affect weather around the world, because it's actually one of the major effects is one of the major effects because okay, for example, some of the countries that near equator may get heavier and more intense rainfall, which can lead to the floods. And on the other hand, areas that were already dry, like part of Africa or the Middle East, are becoming even drier than before. This change affects farming, water supply, and even people health. The main reasons behind this is the increase in the global temperature. Warmer air holds more moisture, so when it's rain, it often rains more heavily. But at the same time, higher temperature can also increase the evaporation, which makes dry places even drier. Overall, for me, climate change is making rainfall less predictable and more extreme, which creates serious challenge for people all over the world. Okay, I think that my opinion. How about you, JOYZA?
Thank you, Ayu. So I think rising global temperature is the main way climate change affect the weather, because it is by making the earth hotter. Because of greenhouse gases, the earth temperature goes up. This causes heat wave and long dry season in many countries. As a result, we see more forest fires and sometimes crop failure, which affect the food supply. When the temperature is higher, the ice in polar regions melts. This makes the sea level rise, and it also changes the weather near the coast. Also, warm air holds more water, so some places get heavy rain and floods. And for example, India and Australia have hotter summers and more bushfires. In Malaysia, we see strong rain and floods more often. So, I believe rising global temperature is one of the most serious effects of climate change on weather. So, how about you, Tang?
Thank you for sharing, Joy. I think I will choose ocean warming and coral bleaching. Why? Why climate change affect ocean warming and coral bleaching? Okay, first of all, what is the cause of ocean warming? The excess heat trapped in the Earth's atmosphere by greenhouse gas like carbon dioxide is absorbed primarily by the ocean, over 90%. What's the effect? The effect is this causes rising sea surface temperature and warming throughout the ocean depths. Second, coral bleaching. What is the cause of coral bleaching? Coral lives in a symbiotic relation with tiny algae that provide them with food and color. When sea surface temperature rise even 1 to 2 Celsius above normal summer maxima for weeks, coral becomes stressed. What's the effect? Stressed coral expel their colorful algae, its leaf and coral's white skeleton visible. This is bleaching. Bleaching coral are severely weak and can struggle. What is the key links? First, heat stress. Warmer ocean directly cause the thermal stress that triggers bleaching. 2. Reduce recovery. Frequent bleaching event gives coral less time to recover between episodes, increasing mortality and reproduce. That's my opinion. So I think climate change. That's my opinion about how climate change affects ocean warming and coral bleaching. That's for me. What do you think, Annie?
Okay, in my opinion, one way climate change affects the world is through melting ice in places like the Arctic and Antarctica. Because the Earth is getting hotter, the ice there is melting faster than before. When ice melts, it causes the sea level to rise. This is a big problem for people who live near the coast. Their homes and cities are at the risk of the flooding. Rising sea level can also damage farmland and freshwater sources. Salt water from the ocean can mix with rainwater and make it unsafe. If this continue, many places around the world might become unlivable and people will be forced to move to other areas. So we need to take action to stop climate change before the sea level get even higher. That's all from me. So how about you, WAFAA?
So for me, how does climate change affect the weather around the world? For me, for my point is I would say the agriculture season, description of agriculture season. Okay, so first, example in Malaysia, farmers have relied on predictable rainfall, temperature cycle, and dry or wet season to plant and harvest their crops. So, however, due to climate change and environmental degradation, this pattern are becoming increased unreliable. Unseasoned rain, longer drought, extreme heat wave, and even unexpected frost are now common. As a result, crops either fail to grow properly or are destroyed before harvest. In conclusion, the disruption of agriculture season is not a farmer issue; it's a global concern that affect food and also economy to people. So that's all for me. And how about you guys?
Which one do you guys think is the most serious effect of climate change? In my opinion, I think it's rising global temperature. How about you, Amy?
In my opinion, the serious issue is rising global temperature. How about you, Ayu? Well, I think I agree with the rising global temperature is the most that affect the weather around the world. What about you, Clave?
I have the same opinion with you guys. How about you, Tang? What do you think?
In my opinion, I think melting ice rising of sea level, I think that's more important because climate change it actually cause our sea level keep rising, keep increasing. That's also the one of the big global issue that we are facing right now. So I think melting ice and rising of sea level is more important. Um, of course, that is my own opinion. What do you guys think?
Thank you, Tang. So, to conclude, I strongly believe we all agree that rising global temperature is the most serious effect of climate change. So, that's all from us. Thank you.